Good morning, what's going on everybody? It's Lee Van Dam here. Gonna bring you the news for Brave Exvius, and then we're gonna take care of the daily summons right after that. So stay tuned, I'll make this quick. So let's get it done. We've got a maintenance coming up tomorrow. You know the deal. Be sure to get all your quests completed before it starts, so that way you don't lose any free lapis. It's a terrible thing to waste. Now, Waka is being unlocked for a 6-star, so that's going to be this Thursday after maintenance, and I'm not sure what he has for 6-star just yet, but you know, he was a 5-star attacker. Usually it's very rare that when you go from being a 5-star max to a 6-star max that you're able to truly compete. It looks like that his attack goes up to 144, so that's not a bad base. And okay, so for 6-star, he's gonna get some more of his Final Fantasy X flavor. So he'll get status reels, element reels, and it looks like he's got a really nice skill called Zealous Fighter, and it's a buff, self buff. Increases attack by 150% for 2 turns to caster, decreases defense by 100% for 2 turns to caster, and it allows access to the Auroch reels. So we'll have to check that out because it looks like a 6 times multiplier attack. That's pretty cool. Definitely could be very good if you're early in the game. That looks like it's going to be nice, but considering that you have to buff in order to get the most damage out of Auroch reels, instead of it actually being 6 times around, it ends up being around 4.5 because you get to use it 2 times before you have to rebuff again. So that's still not bad. Definitely not bad. It looks like it's 1 hit, so it's gonna be a good finisher. His throwing weapon for his Trustmaster over the top, still very good attack for a throwing weapon, and you can dual wield it, so that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So speaking of Waka and friends, so the Final Fantasy X train continues, and we're going to get a new batch of characters this time around, so that's very, very cool. Before we go into that, keep in mind the Cactuar Dunes is going to be around, so that way if you need to level up some units, this is definitely a good way to do it if you're not in a King Mog event or a raid. Even if you're in one of those, this can definitely save you some currency because the Metal Gigantars and the King Gigantars, they really pile on the XP fast. So that's going to be in the Vortex, and it's going to be Friday to Monday morning. Well, for me, it usually runs Monday morning, 3 a.m. So, of course, midnight Pacific time. So you know how to get to there through the Vortex. And there we go. So we're going to Gagazet for the event. This is a really fun game. It was a really great movie, and you know, with Final Fantasy X, it's really funny because you know, the minigame Blitzball's in there, and one of my buddies, we were rooming together for college, so we both had like 450 hours on the game. But the difference is that for him, like maybe 50 hours was Blitzball and 400 hours was gameplay because he was just trying to unlock everything. And, you know, sometimes we would just leave the game running because we were going to class or whatever. So his was that way. Mine was about 80 hours of gameplay, possibly, and like 370 hours of Blitzball. I couldn't get enough. It was just rude. It was ridiculous. I loved it. It was so good. So good. So we're going to Mount Gagazet, and that's going to be Friday, and it's going to last for 2 weeks, and then the claim period is going to last for a week after that. So that sounds like a King Mog event right there. Let's see. We're going to get a rare summon ticket for completed beginner. Intermediate is going to be an Albed Primer, so that's going to be our currency. Advanced is going to be another Albed Primer set. Pro, another Albed Primer set. Elite is going to give us a welcome 500 Lapis. And then Legendary, we'll want to complete it at least once for another nice round of Albed primers. So we'll check the ratios to see what's going to be best. The primers are going to give us a chance to buy some good stuff from King Mog, including 4-star guaranteed tickets. I love that those are on there now. We've got the Power of Purification, Art of Purification. We're going to have to see what those are about. Here's some equipment. We've got the Variable Mog, 80 attack, 10% magic points and spirit. That's pretty cool. And then we've got the Meister's Robe. 20 defense, 36 magic, 8 spirit. That's not bad. Not bad. Bonus units. So these are the bonus monsters. They give us a lot more Albed primers. You've got Grendel, and then you've got the Grenade. So Beast Killer is effective against Grendel. Spirit Killer is effective against Grenade. Keep those in mind. Now, one thing that's been, it's been a growing trend is that Legendary and Elite will normally have very close ratios on completion as far as how many Albed primers you get per point of NRG. But the difference has been that, especially my friends and other people have reported, that Legendary gives you more opportunities at the special monsters. So inevitably, that ends up giving you more Albed primers per NRG as long as you can survive it. So we'll run a couple of tests the first day and see how it's going to look, and then I'll do my best to report back to you my findings, and so that way we can optimize this event and have a good shopping spree with King Mog. It's always fun. So the character bonuses for this event are going to be Seymour, Yuna, Lulu, and Waka is still going to be in the mix. So this is pretty cool because daily pools right now, if you've been getting Waka, keep him because he can fill out your team, and then you're really only summoning for any of the new characters if you need them or if you want them. So that gives you a head start. So definitely be sure to keep Waka because he's going to carry over to the event. So he's going to be good for at least 2 more weeks. So that's super solid. I got one leveled up already. So he's ready to take on the masses. So without further ado, let's talk about these new units. One of my homeboys, Shinku R, he is waiting for Yuna, and rightfully so, because she looks like she's going to be a lot of fun. They've already got some notes up on Brave Exvius Wiki. Appreciate it, guys. So we're going to go a little bit deeper today when we talk about the units and what they can do. So let's start off with the 5-star of the mix. We've got Yuna, 5-star base, 6-star max. She's an evoker, and evokers are very interesting because they're making use of the Esper gauge more ways than one. So let's look at her Trust Match reward. Nirvana, 19 attack, 116 spirit, 68 magic, and it has auto limit on it. So that is a very, very nice staff. Very nice staff. You can find that useful for a lot of people, especially since double hand spirit has been going around lately. It's definitely useful to a lot of people. Okay, so with Yuna, she can heal, and she has some really interesting damaging attacks that use the summon gauge. So like Energy Blast. Energy Blast, it consumes evocation gauge to damage one enemy, and it's a 20 times multiplier. God almighty. It costs 5 evo gauge though, so you're dependent on crystals in order to get it, or you can use Prayer to the Aeons, which is going to increase the evo gauge by 2 to 4 points, and increases magic and spirit for 3 turns to cast her. So that's definitely a great buff for her, and if you've got a good chaining unit, then she can definitely make use of the evo gauge because she'll be getting a ton of evo gauge based on chains and luck. But that's really, really crazy. Now there's a couple of other units you could pair her with in order to gain more evo gauge quickly, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit after we go over the units. Braska's Daughter. So her parameters reflected when setting espers increased by 50%. So she gets even more stats from the espers, which that's very cool. Very, very cool. Wow. And she's got another skill in here called Energy Ray. And it's a 9 times multiplier to all enemies, and it costs 3 Evo points. So she's got 2 really, really strong abilities to make use of the Evo gauge instead of calling espers. So it's kind of different. She gets the ability to summon any esper equipped in the party through Summoner's Mission. She's going to have increased Evo magic plus 50%. So she is built to really take advantage of the Evo gauge, and she is dealing a lot of damage. So what's interesting is it doesn't talk about whether spirit is going to be her base, but it really doesn't matter very much because her magic is not that far off. Man, 176 magic, 196 spirit. Wow, that's crazy. So she is definitely ready to deal some damage. Definitely ready. All right, so next let's talk about Lulu. Okay, so she is also she's also 5-star base, 6-star max. Sorry about that. Wow. So we got 2 to choose from. Oh, that makes it tough. Her Trust Master is going to be her Onion Knight doll. It's the best doll in the game for her in Final Fantasy X. And I read that she actually changes dolls as her rarity increases. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice. Onion Knight, it's got Auto Faith, so that raises your spirit, but it's a buff, so it's going to be overwritten. 120 magic, that's very nice. 21 attack and 20% MP. It's really good. And it's very, very good. She's got Standby Water, which is a counter, and so it reduces water resistance by 100%. By 100% if you're hit with physical damage or a magic attack. I think it's a 20% chance, so that's pretty cool. Magical Mog, it increases magic by 40% when equipped with a rod. You have Venus Crest, boosts magic and fire resistance by 30%, so that's 70% magic increase in her kit right away. So that is very nice, very, very nice. And she gets a lot of black magic to play with. She gets Flare. It's the first time I've seen Flood, which is going to be water damage, and then it decreases lightning resistance to all enemies. She gets Waterja, Landaja, Viraja, and Blizaja. So for those 4 elements, she's going to be able to really, really crank up her damage. So it seems like that's going to be some good utility to have, so that's pretty cool, especially when you pair with a lot of people, like Ash, and you can pair with Kuja, because they've got Landaja. They can all just ramp up their damage together. But she looks like looks like strong black mage. Don't see anything super duper special besides Flood, because I think it's the first time I've seen Flood. But she looks like strong black mage. I would prefer to get Yuna if possible, just because that would be great. She's very unique, and I've got a lot of magic users. So, but Lulu's cool. I always like her character in Final Fantasy X, so I'll pull her. I'm not gonna be mad. That TMR is banging, I'll tell you that. All right, so Seymour, 4-star base, 6-star max, villain of the game. It's pretty sick. He is a magic attacker, and his job is a mace. 4-star base, 6-star max. Trust Master, Yevon's Wisdom, boost hit points and magic points by 15%, and it boosts the parameters of espers evoked by 10%. So, So I wonder if that's like Evo magic. I think that's what it is. Yes, Evo magic. It's got dual black magic, Evo magic plus 30%, and cross cleave. Cross cleave. It's 4 times magic damage to one enemy, and it lowers your hit points by 50%. Doesn't seem strong enough for that kind of hit point sacrifice, but hey, you know, he may be able to ramp things up. Other notable things, he's got dual black magic. He can do some increased Evo magic damage because he gets 50% Evo magic boost in his kit. He's got fire, ice, dark, and thunder as far as the black magic spells that he's casting. So seems pretty interesting. I don't know how well he would fit into my group, but I think that he would really do well, especially for a newcomer if you pull him, because he can definitely hold his own in the magic department. So that's very nice. Last but not least, we've got Waka, 3-star base, 6-star max after Thursday. Very nice. It's gonna be an attacker. 187 after his trade increases. That's not bad. Zealous fighter, reduces defense for self, boost attack. We talked about that earlier. Enables Aura Reels for 1 turn. You know, big attack boost, nice damage, skill, hard to argue with. Bird Killer Plus, boosts physical and magic damage against avian monsters, and then the element reels, fire, ice, lightning, or water damage to one enemy. So with the reels, if it's going to be random, it could definitely help you a lot, or it could be annoying. I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's a Reels character, so since that means I would put him along with Setzer and everybody else that uses Reels, because you got to have one team that's just completely random. I mean, you're not having fun if you're not having a team that's just all slot machine based. I got Ace, I got Waka, I got Setzer. If I missed any other ones, let me know in the comments below, because I'll put them on my team, because I've got to do something with all 5 of my Setzers. I could do something with them. But that's who we're getting. That's who we're getting. Got a nice group of magic users, especially if you've been waiting on some magic damage. This is going to be a really, really good one to summon. I like Yuna. I like Yuna because she uses a different resource than all the other units, and she definitely looks like she's ready to deal some serious damage. Lulu and Seymour look like they have some utility in the black magic department, and you know, Waka, he's built to be a nice attacker until you can get some traditionally better units, but especially as a 6-star, I think he'll take anyone far who just started playing the game. So are there any units in particular that you're vying for? I want you to let me know in the comment section below, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna knock out these pools. So we got a celebration summon. Let's see if the luck continues. We got a blue. Aiden, my homeboy. I love Aiden. His robe is the business, and I love the random healing. I think he's great. He's a lot of fun. But his robe with auto refresh is the true business. It is fantastic. Alright. So I cannot get Waka out of this. No Waka. Oh, okay. Leon's good. I still need to finish grinding him out, so that's pretty good. Okay. Well, as usual, appreciate you coming by. If you like this, throw me a like. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so and share this with your friends. That way we all have a good time, hang out together. But good luck with your pulls. Again, let me know who you're vying for in the comments below. And until next time, this is Lee Van Dam. You guys take care, and God bless. I'll see you.